As we mentioned on Thursday, this Blue Peter is a bit different from all the rest. Not just because it's the last one of the series, but because today we're saying goodbye to a very special person. She's Biddy Baxter, whose name appears at the end of the programme and who has been the editor since 1962. That's when I was 1 and Caron was just about born and Yvette wasn't even thought of. At the moment, she's sitting where she always sits during the programme, up in the studio control room.
Which is where I am at the moment. Now, while we're out in front of the cameras, this is where the programme is run from. This person, this very attractive blue T-shirt is Andy. Now, he's a director, and it's his job to take control of what appears on the camera. Carol is next to him. She's a vision mixer, and he instructs her which cameras to cut to.
Take one.
Back
to 6.
And if I just move along here, this is Jill, and she's a production assistant. And it's her job to make sure that the programme is timed to the exact last second. She's got lots of stopwatches here. How are we doing for time at the moment?
Just move on.
That's what she always says. She always shouts at us. But down at the end of the line is the most important person. This is Biddy Baxter. Turn, face your public. Now, Biddy's not only in overall control of what happens in the control room and what you see and how long you see it for, but she also does the really difficult bit, which is to think up everything which happens on Blue Peter. Now, if you're not getting embarrassed at this point.
Slight exaggeration.
Well, most things. This is the first moment in 26 years that you're going to star in the programme. So if you'd like to come down the stairs with me, Andy's going to run VT, and you'll be able to watch some highlights from Biddy's career. Let's come downstairs. OK.
And next to me.
Biddy has been running up and down the stairs from the control room to the studio floor for 26 years. Every Monday and Thursday, Biddy has given last-minute instructions to 15 different presenters and dealt with thousands of guests on the programme. In the Blue Peter office, she's written and signed hundreds of thousands of letters to viewers. And as head of the production team, she's made Blue Peter one of the most successful and popular programmes in TV history. We think Biddy's favourite items are anything to do with animals because, with luck, animals can be relied upon to be totally unpredictable.
Mrs. Lux, actually, as you can see, has lots of scent birds.
Oi, 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 oi! Spin it out in the country, but Lulu won't be there.
All these dogs here.
And Biddy really loves to fill the studio up with amazing and unusual sights. Here, it was 104 dogs for a mass dog sit.
And leave your dog. Thank you very much for coming.
On another occasion, it was a studio crowded with penny farthings.
And what's more, a very safe journey.
And recently, almost the entire studio floor was covered with a replica of the Woodchester pavement, when Biddy had the brilliant idea of hanging a camera in the studio roof to show it to its best effect. Which is marked out by these 4 white bases at the corner. If it's the biggest or the fastest, then Biddy wants it, as on this occasion with the world's fastest fire engine, a Jaguar XJ12. And Biddy's not been frightened to show things that once upon a time were never seen on children's programmes.
I feel so privileged. I not only feel my baby, but I've heard it and I've seen it.
All the Blue Peter appeals have been organised by Biddy, and she's never failed to find a way of putting the most complicated ideas very simply.
It means that just £1 will save someone from going blind.
In 1984, we were committed to replacing 4 lifeboats. But in response to viewers' letters about the famine in Ethiopia, Biddy had the idea for our most challenging appeal, with 2 targets.
Well, that's why our lifesaver appeal is a double one. If you would like to help Ethiopia, as well as the lifeboats, then we'd like you to collect stamps for us.
The Blue Peter programme has won 18 major awards, including the Pi Award, given to Biddy for distinguished services to TV. In 1981, Biddy was honoured by the Queen when she became an MBE. And in 1985, viewers saw Biddy presented to the Queen on the official opening of Helen Graham House, where there's a Blue Peter flat for the disabled.
This is Miss Biddy Baxter from Blue Peter. Thank you for coming. Simon Brew from Blue Peter too.
And I ask you to confer on Biddy Baxter the degree...
And this year, Biddy's achievements were recognised by the University of Newcastle. She was made an honorary Doctor of Literature. But even Biddy's brilliance couldn't help her when she was faced with the impossible task of getting all Goldie's puppies to sit still for a photograph.
Sorry, those ladies are in. You're just in shot.
In the end, though, there could be no doubt about the outcome. As usual, Biddy made them see things her way.
Hey!
Hey! One of the many memorable days.
still getting the dog to sit up here.
Well, that was you, wasn't it? That was you, yes. Don't you dare go. Come on.
Dog trainer Biddy. Biddy, after so long, what's it like to sit up here in front of the cameras?
It's terrifying.
It is. Now you know how we feel.
I think you
Putting
do
us
a
through.
marvellous job. I wouldn't have your job for anything in the world.
Now, you've worked on Blue Peter for 26 years, which is a long time to stay in a programme. What made you stay so long?
I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. And what I've really enjoyed most of all is making friends with all those viewers. It's a great feeling, as you know, to think you're friends with all the people watching. And I think we have been. I think we are.
Yes, we are.
And also, every single show is completely different, of course.
It certainly is.
Manic. What's your favourite moment, Biddy, that you can pick out?
Oh, I've had lots of favourite moments, as you might imagine. I think probably some of the favourite moments have been the results of all those appeals.
Yes.
And knowing that we've helped so many people here at home and abroad. I mean, that has been, I think, a terrific achievement on behalf of the viewers, and something that's made all of us feel very happy. And funnily enough, seeing that film with Princess Anne and Jet, I think another favourite moment was a film we made in 1971 when Princess Anne was very young, and she went to Kenya on behalf of Save the Children, and we made Blue Peter Royal Safari. And that was the very first film Princess Anne had ever made, and it was very exciting. It was great fun working with her, and it really was a magic moment.
What are you going to be doing after this?
Well...
Those who know you will not sit down for 2 seconds. You'll be doing lots of things.
No, I won't sit down for 2 seconds. I've been trained not to do that on Blue Peter. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write about behind the scenes on Blue Peter, because lots of people seem to want to know about that, and that will take a little bit of a time. And I've just been to America and back, and I've come back to a huge post bag, lots and lots of letters, and people suggesting that I do various things, so I'm going to consider those very carefully. And I would like to say, as I have this opportunity, just to thank everybody who's written to me, because I've had so many cards and letters, and I'm very, very grateful and very touched, and I will try and reply to all of them eventually.
So what are some
In
of the
fact, you're going to
things
spend
that
the next 6 years writing
What are some of the
letters.
things that you're going to be doing? Tell us now.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm going to... You know what you say about Blue Peter? It's always unpredictable. Well, I'm going to surprise everybody. You have to wait and see.
Has the programme changed a lot since when you first started?
I think that the programme has changed in that viewers now are much more aware of the world about them. I mean, now, you know, there's Newsround. In the old days, there wasn't such a programme as Newsround, and they know all about the outside world. But I think they haven't changed in the sort of ingredients that they want. They want fast, exciting adventures, and they want stories, and they want animal items. I think the mixture is the same, but I think the great thing is to be unpredictable. You know, sometimes they write and say, we enjoy Blue Peter because we never know what's going to happen next, and I think that's what keeps them on the toes.
What about the worst moment ever? Have you got a worst moment?
That's a good one.
Oh, dear, worst moment ever.
It's awful throwing these things at you.
Well, I think probably one of the worst moments was when we've had guests on the programme who perhaps didn't know when to finish, like the lady who'd made the biggest Cornish pasty in the world, and she was a dear old, like a little old granny, and we did this, and we said thank you very much, and we tasted the pasty, and then she wouldn't go, she wouldn't stop talking. So throughout the rest of the programme, there was this lovely Cornish accent going on in the background.
You know.
We won't ask you who's been your favourite presenter, because that would be an awful thing to say.
Well, I'm very fond of the three of you.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Now, Biddy has begun a tradition where each departing presenter has been given a photograph album, so we have got one for you. Here it is. It says
Nice.
Biddy on the front, and it goes right back to the very beginning.
Not the very beginning.
When Christopher Trace and Leela Williams were the presenters in those days.
Yes.
And, of course, at that time, you were working in radio.
Yes, making all the sound
Yes,
effects.
there's a picture of
What
you
am I doing?
in the office.
Looking very
You haven't
glamorous.
changed, honestly, Biddy. You haven't changed at all.
yes.
She's still got the same earrings, in fact. There's you when you're working in radio as, what were you, a sound effects person?
Oh, yes, I was opening and shutting doors and being a dead body and things.
Ringing a bell, and then there you are. Now, who's this character here? Who's
Now that was a dear friend of the programme, Joey. He died, I'm afraid. We've had two parrots, and both of them died. We're much better with dogs and cats.
Yes, I
and
think that's a good
tortoises.
idea, but it's not very nice having a dog on your shoulder. This is the expedition, the Royal Safari in 1971.
Yes, it is. There we are at Treetops.
In Kenya, and there you
Yes.
are at the end.
Yes.
All looks very nice. And loads more pictures, including all the past presenters. There's Simon Groom, Sarah Green, Tina Heath's
Happy
in there.
memories.
There's Tina Heath. And then there's another picture of us three when I first joined the programme with Janet Ellis and Peter Duncan. And there we all are. Look, that's when we received an award at the Television and Radio Industries Club
Oh, that was
last year.
fun, wasn't it?
That was marvellous, wasn't it?
Yes, always
and
nice to
then
get
one of your
awards.
final assignments on the programme was when you were one of the judges on the Picture of Health competition. There you are.
Yes, our
and there's Bob
cartoons.
Godfrey.
We
the
look very
cartoonist.
happy there, don't we?
Oh, it was a great night.
Yes.
And there's the chairman of the BBC, Duke Hussey, and also Eddie the Eagle Edwards, and us at the top. And then a lovely picture to finish with. Look at that.
Oh.
You and the two girls.
Well, you were not there.
Caron and
Sat in the
Yvette.
garden, that's
No, I
why it's so
wasn't
nice.
there. Isn't that a lovely? That's a lovely picture,
Oh, that's
though.
lovely.
Also, Biddy, there's lots of blank pages in here so that you can fill it with photographs from your moments yet to come, of which I'm sure there'll be
Well, that's
many.
very kind. I really appreciate that because, as you say, I've always loved the ones that we've given to the presenters, and it's jolly nice to have one of my own.
Lovely to thumb through.
Thank you very much indeed.
We've delved deep.
Biddy, we've got some flowers for you here as well. Oh, look, you're getting
There you are.
and everything.
You're
They're
so
beautiful.
kind. You're really very, very kind. I shall never forget this.
We're also going to give you our highest award, and this is something you invented, so I think you're probably very deserving of it. You get a gold Blue Peter badge.
Gold badge! Oh. Well, this makes me very humble. When I think of all the people who've had these gold badges, are you sure I deserve it?
I'm absolutely positive you deserve it.
Oh,
For
well,
26
thank
years.
you very much
But
indeed.
probably something that's more important than a gold Blue Peter badge is the famous double-sided sticky tape. I thought that you deserved this. So, Biddy, will you keep this forever?
Oh, well, yes, Mark. Yes, yes,
You can
yes.
stick it on next to your
Yes.
badge and make
To
loads of
the
things
best of your
like
ability. We've also got some old yoghurt cartons and total roll holders and everything.
Biddy, on behalf of all the millions of viewers, thank you for all the enjoyment that you've given to everybody over the years. Thank you very much.
And also, Biddy, on behalf of the team, because you've taught us everything that we know.
Well, I couldn't have done it without the team, and I couldn't have done it without the production team, so I've been very, very lucky.
But from the bottom of our hearts, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to miss
Have
you.
a great time.
I shall miss
Come back
you.
and see us.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll be back in September with our expedition to the west coast of America. Don't forget our Russia programmes, which are starting next Monday. And if you'd like to see Biddy again, then she's going to be a guest on Wogan, which is on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and that's on BBC
She'll be
One.
on absolutely everything from now on.
The lot.
Have a lovely summer. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Absolutely lovely. Oh dear, I dropped her.
I like this one of you doing the radio.
Oh, the bell. That's so funny.
Oh, I was very serious. What's that? Why has this been stuck together?
Just for this.
These some expurgated. I say, you are kind. Thank you very much indeed. We did waffle on, didn't we?